This is the last help video for the time that I'll be gone from class, and this is just a video to walk you through the project. So there are 4 questions in the project when you open it. Each person needs to complete their own project. You may all have different numbers for each problem, but you could work together to help kind of walk through the project together, help each other understand what you're doing. The project is set up like a quiz, so there are no check your works. You get 1 attempt. It is not timed. You will be able to see the responses after the assignment closes. There's kind of a window of time that it's hidden, and then it will show. So the first question is to complete a bank reconciliation. So you have some information here. You can see the required information, and this assignment is in Excel. So you'll click on Open Excel in a new tab. And wait a second for it to load. It pulls up a grading policy telling you that you need to begin each formula with an equal sign and use reference cells like equals B3 plus C3 instead of entering values. So you have again the information that was given, and you have the bank balances and the company balances that were provided, and then you're going to fill in this spreadsheet. So what you want to do is reference the cells. So again, if we're looking at the bank balance per the bank statement, you want to put your cursor, just click in that box, hit equals, and we want to find this information, the bank balance at the end of the period. So what does the bank statement say? And hit that cell, so just click on it, and you can see it's referencing cell B13. Okay, well, and then hit enter. And so it will pull this number, 16,200, into that cell. And you're going to want to do that for all of these different things. So when you look at like deposits outstanding, go up here, find the item that talks about the deposits outstanding, hit equals, and then come up here and click on whatever cell that information is in. 2, create a conditional statement to evaluate whether the reconciled balances are equal. So you're going to use these 2 cells and create a conditional statement here. And so you create an if statement, and you want it to return the word yes if those 2 cells are equal, and no if they're not equal. Okay, so make sure that you might need to go out to YouTube and look up a video of how to create conditional statements. I'm sure there are many. Prepare your journal entries for increases and decreases in the company's cash account. This gray area down here is kind of a just scratch area that if you need to do some additional work or do something with an equation, you can use that. This space is not graded. For question 2, you have some information about a company. There's information here about the kind of discounts that they give, and then a series of transactions. Pay attention to dates. Pay attention to dates that are talked about up here. Pay attention to the dates here of the journal entries. And then this date, consider the following information as of June 30th, 2025. You've got some additional information here. And then a series of journal entries. There's 14 journal entries. The general ledger that you'll need to fill out. Some of this it might pull. So we've done a problem like this before where it just pulled the data in for you. That might be the case here. There's a trial balance. You can see here the unadjusted, adjusted, and post-closing. There's an income statement. And there's a balance sheet. Okay? So let's just practice walking through, creating journals, creating some adjusting journal entries, preparing your financial statements. Question 3. It says using Edgar, find the annual 10K report for Avon products for 2019. Edgar might not go that far back. I know when I tried to use it before, I couldn't find 2019. So you might just need to do a Google search for Avon products 2019 10K, or look at the company's website and see if you can find 2019. And then you're just answering questions. So what was the amount of their net accounts receivable at the end of the year? What is the total amount of accounts receivable? And you're just going through this form and answering these various questions. That one's pretty straightforward. And then question 4 has to do with uncollectible accounts. So you have some information about a company, their accounts receivable, their percentage that's uncollectible, the current balance in the allowance account. And I just want to point out that it says it's a debit balance. And this account would normally have a credit balance. So please keep that in mind. Make sure you read all of this information. You've got a couple journal entries. You have a question about operating income, whether it's increasing, decreasing. Okay, so just make sure you read everything carefully. Read dates carefully. Read amounts carefully. Notice things like this, the debit balance. Okay. Do your best on this assignment. It's actually not due until Friday, the 11th. So if needed, we could spend a little bit of time on this at the start of class on Friday. If you have questions or something, you could ask me on Friday. You can also send me a text message or an email while I'm gone, and I will do my best to answer questions. I'll be in meetings all day Monday and Tuesday and traveling Wednesday, but I'll do my best to answer questions that you guys have that come up. I know you can do it. So this will help you prepare for the exam well. Obviously, not all of this will be on the exam because that would take way too much time, but this will help you prepare well for the exam. And I will see you guys when I get back.